Greetings, dear ones. Welcome to the Amani Center. This is Reverend Belinda Owens with our 1010 meditation today, getting us ready for our beautiful Sunday service. So why don't you get ready for meditation, and we'll begin to go on a journey together. Because we notice that it is inevitable that our mind has a life of its own sometimes, right? It can be very active and inquisitive and sometimes obsessive. And even with our strongest intentions to keep our attention on our breath and sustain it breath by breath, it's hard not to notice after a while that, our mind has wandered. It's been hijacked, diverted, sidetracked. And that's okay, because we can just bring it back, observe that it's wandered, and bring it back to this moment and to this breath. And we'll just notice that our mind has wandered, because even though we've made the commitment to just be with the awareness of breathing, and at any moment discover the mind has wandered and is no longer with the breath. And so, not making this into a problem or condemning ourselves in any way, let's simply and open-heartedly and affectionately note what's on our mind in this moment. If the breath is no longer center stage in our field of awareness, then what is? In the noting and seeing and feeling and sensing what's on our mind, we simply and open-heartedly and affectionately note what's on our mind in this moment. And allowing ourselves to become aware of the breath again. And then allowing the breath to be part of us, of our meditation, right now, in this moment. Because it's also here, right now. And just allowing wherever the mind is moved to just be, however it is. Reestablishing the attention once again at the belly, at the diaphragm, at the nostrils, on the flexing of the breath sensations in the body, in this very moment of now. And so when you're recognizing that the mind has drifted or wandered, and recognizing that this function of breathing is already back and becomes center stage, this is awareness. Awareness itself. And we simply pick up on how the breath is in this moment. So riding the wave of the breath in this moment, notice the breath in the moment as you dive deep into your meditation. Staying inward for a moment longer, appreciating the breath and the next breath. Let's do a spiritual mind treatment together. For great gratitude for the divine that is right here where we are, that is in every single breath we take, that power and presence. And we know that every cell of our body is permeated and penetrated with this divine source, divine energy, and nourished by our every breath. We're grateful for this time together this morning to meditate, to get centered and focused, to remember who we are. And we allow this feeling of knowingness to guide us throughout our day today, knowing that we are already guided and guarded by Source, by life, love, and by our very breath. So we release this and let it go, knowing that it is already done, and life is functioning for our highest purpose, and everything serves our greatest good. As we say together, and so it is. So, dear ones, thank you for joining me in meditation. Please stay tuned to the upcoming service. We have lots going on, and enjoy our announcements and advertisements about ways that you can participate. We love being able to go on a journey of spirituality together and to grow together in consciousness. And won't you join us? Amani Center. Love and blessings, dear ones. Namaste. Gently coming back from being immersed, showered with the sound of the gong. Are you ready for some very special Sunday blessings this morning? Okay, then let's begin with some very special music.
Good morning out there. We know you're out there. You can play the game, you can knock out the part, even though you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? One thing can lead to another, doesn't make any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. What you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're by yourself all alone. Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. Better to shower the people
the John and Jeremy duo. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. So welcome everyone to the Amani Center. That's where you've landed this morning. And so who are we and what do we do and what are we about? Well, this is our vision statement. And this tells a lot about who we are and what we do. So those that are here with me, if you would repeat this, I would join you and let's say it together. We are an inclusive spiritual community dedicated to raising consciousness and transforming lives. We are, and we start with our own lives and do the deep work by classes and workshops, Sunday service to be inspired and uplifted to get us through our week in that weird and wacky world out there. And just the community together here, out there, live stream, it really helps to know that there are like-minded people out there, that there's inspiration, upliftment, and that there's tools that we can do to transform our lives. So anyone that's new out there in the live stream land, thank you for joining us. Drop us a line and tell us your name and let us know how you heard about us. But the other thing that we do here that's so important is we have a tool that's called spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. And the students that have gone through these classes, it's 4 years of work, deep transformational work. And we use the spiritual mind treatment as our tool. And so we're actually very happy to offer complimentary prayer to heal something, to help something move away, to draw something to you or let it go. So please take advantage of this. You can email us at admin@theamanicenter.org or call 530-677-2300 and request an affirmative prayer. On Facebook, you can connect with us that way. There's Messenger, there's lots of ways to get a hold of us, and you will get a response. And now I'd like to bring up Marcy to tell you how we do participate in this center. Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you, Reverend Belinda. All right, so I'm just going to go through our announcements, and they're going to be brief because of this rapidly rising virus numbers in our community. And so we are returning to a live stream only service for the month of January. So it's an opportunity to just hunker down, stay warm in this cold weather, and just regenerate from your home. We will continue to do the live stream each week, so do tune in on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll just keep taking this one step at a time. Here is our January schedule. The theme for January is I release and I let go and I begin again, and I can't think of a more perfect theme. Today we have the wonderful Reverend Pixie DeFore. Next week we will have our ministerial intern Mitch Austin. The following week, Reverend Donna Appadoni will be joining us, and we round the month out with Reverend Sherry Wynn. All of these talks will be virtual only, so do tune in. We had to postpone our meditation and messages workshop. That was for today. I am so bummed to miss this. This was going to be awesome, and it will be when we bring it back, so stay tuned for more information on that. And that might be it. Yes, that's it. I'm returning it to Reverend Belinda.
And stay tuned. We do have classes coming up, year 1, year 2. If you really wanted to be a practitioner, there's ways to do that. So we'll be having some more as we kind of get this new year going, okay? So if you would join me, I'd really like the opportunity to bless this service and to bless each one of you. So getting yourself ready, maybe sitting upright in your chairs with your eyes closed, and tuning in to that place of the divine within. For there is a power and presence, a source and substance that we are immersed in, and it fills us full and overflowing. We are aligned with the divine right now, in this holy instant. And we claim this as our truth. And so we bless this service that each one of us hears exactly what we've shown up for, and that we express the divinity within. So we bless each other. We bless all those out in virtual land, knowing that you too recognize the divine within and grow in consciousness. So we're grateful for everyone that's tuned in this morning, knowing the truth of ourselves and the truth for you. We release this and let it go as we say together, and so it is. Are we ready for affirmation this morning? Well then, I'm bringing up Yuli Rodriguez to do that for us today. Thank you.
Good morning, Amani. Thanks for joining us today out in virtual land. We're very blessed to be here with these beautiful people and blessed to have you joining us out in wherever you are. So we're going to take this affirmation. This is the time in service where we go deeper and deeper into our spirit. This is a gift to ourselves and a gift to our world. So we're going to go through this affirmation 3 times. The first time, you're going to join me with some energy and some passion. The second time, we're going to take it to a whisper. And then the third time, I will speak the words and you join me mentally. And each time, you will feel this affirmation become part of you, become a deeper expression of you. So today's affirmation comes to us from Reverend Pixie DeFer. So wherever you are, if you want to stand and be excited, or if you want to just sit, just join me. Let's do this together. Ready? I am that I am. I am one with the external essence of being now and forevermore. I am that I am. I am that one with the eternal essence of being now and forevermore. It's really getting deep here. Okay, now, I am that I am. I am one with the eternal essence of being now and forevermore. And so it is.
No meditation music?
Okay, so I'm back, taking it deeper, getting past our affirmation, going beyond that. It's now time for our meditation. So give yourself the gift of this time to go even deeper within. Put everything that is on your lap aside. Get yourself in a comfortable position, whether it's sitting up, laying down, or whatever is comfortable for you. Eyes open or closed. So I invite you to take a breath through your nose and release through your mouth. One more. I like to do things in 3s, so let's do one more. Okay, so now in this peaceful space, in this open-hearted consciousness, we are in interesting times. So let's focus in this meditation on gratitude. I invite you to think of things, events, people, experiences that you are grateful for. Grateful for friends and family in your life and support and connection. Grateful for waking up this morning and in a comfortable home and a space that is yours and you are feeling safe. Gratitude for the goodness in your life, whatever that is for you. So open up your heart and ask, what am I grateful today? Enjoy your meditation. Staying in this gratitude consciousness, it's time for our divine healing. So take a moment now in this space of gratefulness and think of parts of your life, or maybe in the world consciousness, or however you are feeling this coming through. Allow soul spirit to speak through you and make a statement or a request or a bring to mind something that you want shifting, to shift in your life, something that you want to see improve or change, and maybe something that no longer serves you that you want to let go of. We know that this is our words are powerful. Our consciousness is on purpose. And in this space and time of connecting to and bringing forth this shift, this change, this letting go, bring that to consciousness and let it and fill it with love, fill it with space. We know that this is what is happening. We know that we are spirit. We claim and declare that we are that which is spirit, that spirit lives and experiences itself through us. So we are powerful beyond measure. Bringing this to consciousness, knowing that we are drivers in our lives and that we can create shift and change with purpose. So I declare now that this is happening for every single one of us. Those of you out in the universe, there is no space where God is not. And knowing that this is happening now, knowing that this shift, this change, this letting go, it is happening now, it is occurring now. It is not later, it is not tomorrow, it is now. It is shifting, changing, growing, expanding, and releasing. We are so grateful to have this awareness, to know and tap into our inner strength and know and declare that we are this expression of spirit and that we are powerful beyond measure. Letting these words go, knowing that what we are speaking forth, what we are bringing forth in our consciousness is unfolding and becoming as we speak it. We let it go with gratitude, and together we say, and so it is.
Wandering shepherd, wander no more. Wandering shepherd, wander no more.
So now we're in for a really wonderful treat. It's always enthusiastic and energetic when Reverend Pixie DeFore speaks, and the depth of wisdom that she brings, you will be enlightened. So let's give a nice round of applause and bring up Reverend Pixie DeFore.
I have to do that because I'm afraid I'm going to walk into it on one of the times I'm going this way or that. So, good morning, Amani. How are you? How are you at home today? So glad that you could tune in with us. Well, I got to tell you, the first 4 weeks in January, traditionally, with our Science of Mind religious science centers, we always go through the first chapters of the Science of Mind textbook for as long as I can remember. And these first 4 chapters are actually the basis and the groundwork of the religious science philosophy, which is what I do. This is how I pray. This is how I work. I do it because it does work, because it makes life run a little bit more smoothly. So last week, I was at another center, and we discussed the first chapter of the Science of Mind textbook, and that was the thing itself. And I think they had something about the music being the thing. Don't we all feel inspired when John and Jeremy are up there singing for us, or when we hear something on the radio? We feel so inspired because it's moving from us. But the thing itself, as the first chapter, what the heck is the thing? What is the thing? And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what the thing is in just a moment. In our classes that we do, we usually do a piece of a book first. In one class, Reverend Angie and I had the opportunity to teach the 4 agreements together. And we do the first half of the class on the book. The second half of the class is a Science of Mind textbook. And it works with what's going on in the 4 agreements. It's all the same stuff. So I want to tell you, before we move on to today's topic of the way that it works, I want to begin with a little piece of the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And this is a part of his introduction. It is called The Smoky Mirror. And it says, 3,000 years ago, there was a human just like you and me. And he lived near a city surrounded by mountains. The human was studying to become a medicine man, to learn the knowledge of his ancestors, but he didn't completely agree with everything he was learning. In his heart, he felt there must be something more. So one day, as he slept in a cave, he dreamed that he saw his own body sleeping. He came out of the cave on the night of a new moon. The sky was clear, and he could see millions of stars. Then something happened inside of him. It transformed his life forever. He looked at his hands, and he felt his body, and he heard his own voice say, I am made of light, and I am made of stars. He looked at the stars again, and he realized it's not the stars that create the light, but the light that creates the stars. Everything is made of light, he said. And the space in between, it isn't empty. And he knew that everything that exists is one living being, and that light is the messenger of life, because it is alive, and it contains all information. Then he realized that although he was made of stars, he was not those stars. I am in between the stars, he said. For he called the stars the tonal, and the light between the stars the nagual. And he knew that what created harmony and space between the two is life or intent. Without life, the soul and the nagual could not exist. Life is the force of the absolute, the supreme, the creator who creates everything. This is what he discovered. Everything in existence is a manifestation of the one living being that we call God. Everything is God, and he came to the conclusion that human perception is merely light perceiving light. He also saw that matter is a mirror. Everything is a mirror that reflects light and creates images of that light. And the world of illusion, the dream, is just like smoke, which doesn't allow us to see what we really are. The real us is pure love and pure light, he said. This is the thing itself. This is the thing itself. And that sums up that chapter, first chapter in the Science of Mind text. So moving forward this week with a second chapter of the Science of Mind textbook, we will look at the way it works. Well, how does it work? Right? We may ask ourselves. Universal mind, spirit, God, energy, and cause is in all things. There is one spirit back of all things. That is the meaning of in him we move and live and have our being. Acts 17:28, for those of you that would like to know. The misuse of this power has created the suffering we experience. What does that mean? We are bound because we are first free. The same power that binds us is the same power that will free us. What? What did she say? What does that mean? Well, in the 4 agreements, and the first agreement in that book is to be impeccable with your word. Don Miguel Ruiz, the author, will tell us that we were perfect when we were born into this world. So in essence, we were free when we got here. Then we begin to create agreements according to what others tell us, according to what the relationships are that we have. We start to believe things that are not true about ourselves. And we take these beliefs with us into life, which distorts our way of thinking. Okay, so let me give you an example. When I was little, okay, because it all starts when we're little, we start getting those agreements. So no matter how little these things seem, we start to carry them with us. Okay, so I love to roller skate. Oh, man, we used to have a blast. We'd get out there on the driveway, and we'd just go up and down in circles and, love to roller skate. Hey, parent, I would love to learn how to ice skate. No, you can't do that. Why can't I do that? I can do that. You can't do that. You have weak ankles. What? You have weak ankles. You would get hurt. You can't do that. So I grew up. Love these stones down here, Jamie. I'm going to guess that was your Marcy. Beautiful. So I grew up believing that I couldn't ice skate because I had weak ankles. Well, that wasn't exactly true, but I never tried ice skating because of that old belief. How many of us have grown up with these stupid little tiny things that have affected the way we did? I mean, when I was a teenager, I could walk around in 4-inch platforms because that's what we did back in those days, but I couldn't learn how to go ice skating. Now it's just too cold for me, so I don't want to anymore. So the Science of Mind text, and quite frankly, Jesus said that it is done unto us as we believe. And so we take these old created lies about ourselves, we believe them at such a deep level and start to misuse unconsciously the power of the divine that has always been within us, and we begin to suffer through the experiences that we called in ourselves. Oh, I did not. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So here is the trick. Here's the trick. The thing is us. It is everything. The thing, God, essence, source, universe, spirit, whatever you call it. Oh, those people, they believe we're God. No, that's not it. God is the grand creator of all things, its own creation, ever evolving into itself. And if it has created everything, then it has created you and has created me. And there is that beautiful essence part of us. That is what it is. Remember that. The thing is us. It works in us, through us, and as us. Within this one mind, however, now you got one mind, infinite, it goes everywhere. Within this one mind are two aspects of the one mind, two aspects. Our conscious mind, which directs the subconscious mind. We also call this the law of mind. The law of mind is a badass. It is no respecter of persons. It is blind force. It just does. It is the servant of mind, our conscious thought. It does what we think into it, what we feel into it, what we believe to be true for us. We're talking about release this month. This is all about it. Pick up the Science of Mind textbook, second chapter. Once we learn how to direct our thoughts, fill our faith, and remove all fear as much as we can believe will be done unto us. What are your beliefs? Where is your consciousness this week? What are your dominant thoughts? We've talked about dominant thoughts before. Where are they? Are they, I can? Are they like, oh, no, I can't? Where are they? It's on you. It's on you. So now I want to talk to you, moving into a little bit of religious science jargon. I want to talk to you about, stay with me on this, involution and evolution. I talk about it in the second chapter. And this all works, involution is an inner process. Evolution is what happens on the outside of us. So you go to your practitioner, and the first order of business is prayer. That's what we do. Reverend Belinda called it treatment, also called five-step affirmative prayer, scientific treatment, whatever you want to call it. It's prayer. I happen to use it because it works. Beautiful way. Anyway, next thing. So when you get to a practitioner, the first order of business is prayer. That's what we do. And that is what we call involution. That's what happens on the inside. We're praying. We're moving mentally with thought, right? So we're praying. Evolution is the demonstration. That's what happens afterwards. That's the evolution is that which follows the demonstration for what is prayed for. Certain ways of thinking and believing have produced limitations. Would you agree? Yeah, the way we think. Other beliefs will change them. But you got to remember, ignorance of the law excuses no one from its effects. What does that mean? That's so religious science. So that means whatever it is you're doing, let's see. Okay, so we kick a wall. Boom, right? I'm mad, and I don't like you, and I'm upset. Boom, I kick a wall. So that is your cause. That is your cause. That's where your thoughts are. The law says, okay, you're going to kick that, and you're mad. Boom, your toe is broken. That's your effect. You have cause, kick the wall, effect, boom, broken toe. We have to be careful what we are thinking on the inside, because the law will always have a natural effect from whatever the cause is that we put into spirit. The law of mind will work for everyone alike, and we will always reap what we sow. If we can conceive only a little good, then that's all we'll experience. But if we are open to pipelines of love, of joy, of excitement, even when it looks like it can't happen, we know without a shadow of a doubt, in faith believing, that it will come down the pipe just as sure as we put it out. Remember that there is only one mind, and we experience good and evil because we perceive of a duality, that there is good and there is evil. Spirit, Father, Mother, God, Source is only one mind. And all the junk that shows up that we perceive as evil is stuff that we've been fed. Those false agreements that we've made. The pain that shows up because of situation or circumstance in our lives. If we don't like what's showing up, we get to start again and choose again. So let's start today to think and experience more good than we had yesterday. We can reap a harvest of fulfilled desires. Let's shift our focus to fulfillment in lieu of lack, limitation, sadness, upset. Let's have some fun. How about I love, I have, I am joyful, I am healthy, I am supported, I'm directed. How about some really good stuff? It is up to us to fulfill whatever those desires are that we have inside, because they do happen, you know. Yeah. So, yeah, kind of like John C.D.'s cover. How bright is your sky? How bright is your sky? Only you get to decide that. So I'm going to finish and close with this by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker from 365 Days of Richer Living. I want to read you a little vignette. Thanks, John. Read you a little vignette, and then we're going to go into prayer. All right? Okay. We all wish to speak the truth, but we realize that every time we make a claim about ourselves, that it is different from the claim we would make about God. We are falling into the error of denying the divine presence in our experience. God is truth. Truth is God. We are also included in this divine and perfect unity. Therefore, every claim that we make about God, the living Spirit, should equally be made about ourselves, because we live and move and have our being in it, in this infinite truth or presence. To say that we are poor or sick or weak or unhappy is to deny God, because God is not poor, God is not sick, God is not weak, and God is not unhappy. We must then make every endeavor in its simplicity and truth to identify our personal lives with that one life which forever proclaims, I am that I am, or I am and that and this and everything else, therefore also I am. There is nothing separate from this one I am. So if you'd all like to close your eyes for just a moment, let's take this into prayer by Ernest Holmes, Charles Raymond Barker, Raymond Charles Barker. Close your eyes and just start to follow the breath as it moves in and it moves out, just gently. Moving in and moving out and feeling wherever you are, whatever you're sitting on, feel it rise to meet the bottom end of your body. Feel it support that body. Breath moving in and out. And then on your next exhale, feel the breath begin to move down to the solar plexus area. This is the space of the place that I call the very most high. That place that speaks to us in that still small voice, that gut instinct. It will never do you wrong, because it is part of who and what you are, always guiding and directing and protecting. And so I invite you to accept this prayer for yourself, spoken in the third person, if you feel that these words ring true for you. Today I say to myself, I am one with the truth of God. I speak this truth and proclaim it to be the reality of my experience in what I call little and what I call big. In the simplest and the most complex things, I recognize the one truth, changeless, permanent, and eternally manifesting itself. Therefore, I know the truth about myself. I know the truth about everything I do. I know the truth about everyone I meet. I know the truth about every situation I find myself in. This truth is not only perfection, it is also power. It is not only presence, it is also action. Therefore, the truth and the power and the presence and the action of the living Spirit flow through everything I do, everything I say, and everything I think. I do know the truth, and the truth I know frees me and keeps me free. And dear sweet Father, Mother God, it is with great thanksgiving that I just now release this my word unto the universal law, knowing it is done in mind and to be made manifest in form, as God is now an immediate manifestation in my life, as it is in each and every one of yours. And together we say, and so it is. Namaste.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Pixie. That was, as always, moving and inspiring, just getting us to that place of heart and soul. So it's now time for our joyous time of giving, and I know that you are all out in virtual land. But here are the ways that we would appreciate, or we would be grateful for support, knowing that we still have to keep the lights on and run the service every Sunday for you, and the classes that are coming, all these wonderful things that we are bringing forward into the space that are really going to expand or are expanding our evolution on this planet. So we are going to, sorry, let me start over. We are very grateful for all that is and all that you bring to us and help us really spread the message that we read in the vision statement this earlier today. So, knowing that you are, knowing that you are moved by what you are hearing here today, and just taking that consciousness of giving and gratitude and sharing of who you are, whether it is financial or sharing your gifts, we are sharing your essence, your energy with us. We are forever grateful. So, let's take a moment to go into a treatment, knowing that we are abundant, we are opulent, expansive, we are all these things that God is. Like Reverend Pixie was saying, we are in this space of oneness. We are in this connection of all that happens affects all of us. We are in this energy. We are in this field of just sharing and becoming and evolving. And in this deep gratitude that we feel, we know that everything is for our good, that all we need do is shift and turn to God, and God is there. God is always with us. God is always in our space, and this is what we speak of here. This is what we share here, and I tell you, it is this beautiful space, this wonderful message that we are all this expression and full manifestation of God's essence in this world. And with deep gratitude, I let this treatment go, knowing that we are all shifted. We are all expansive. We are all connecting to this light within us that is that life force that expresses itself fully and completely in our world as we move through our lives. So again, so we dropped a link. So if you want to go on our website, you can send us a check. There's different ways to support this beautiful message, this beautiful, I can't even begin to describe it, this beautiful essence of what it feels like to be here and the work that we do. Okay. So it is time for us to close the service today. So I'd like to have John and Jeremy guide us through the presences here. Can we bring that up? Oh, we're not doing that?
We have a song.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Do a song. Thank you.
Give up my heart, give up my soul, give up my treasures, because I know that as I give, I will receive. The circle is complete. Give up my heart, give up my soul, give up my treasures, because I know that as
Thank you, John.
Collection. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right. So we're coming up to the end of our service, and I'd like to do a really quick closing treatment, knowing that we are all blessed and we are all fortified and inspired by today's message, by the process that we went through today, getting deep into spirit through a meditation, a divine healing, our affirmation, and the beautiful message in Reverend Pixie's talk today. We are taking this with us, knowing that it is who we are and it is the truth of our being. And we feel this, we experience it, we express it, and we move as if this is all true because it is. Okay, so we do and we are blessed. Releasing these words with gratitude, knowing that this and more is our birthright. Together we say. And so it is. All right, so are we going to do presents? Okay. So these are the words, and Ascension, take us away.
The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. And I will meet you in grace.
And so we just go out this week and we let go of those old agreements and we let go of that old stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. And we just inhale the good. God bless each and every one of you. And so it is.